What's good with y'all? It's your boy NeoXO bringing y'all the Black Clover episode 162 review. That episode was fire, bruh. No cap. Like, I usually honestly recommend people to read the manga, but when it's coming to this arc right here, it's just going so hard. Basically, it starts off, you know, kind of casual. They're having a casual conversation in the Heart Kingdom with, you know, Leo, Luck, Noel, Mimosa, Charmy. Charmy kind of, honestly, Charmy is like the most lighthearted thing in this episode because like the title of this episode is The Great War Breaks Out. So this is probably, after this, it's going hard after this. Like last episode, we got basically Yuno and the Golden Dawn getting decimated. And in this episode, it's kind of the Black Bull's turn. And honestly, the reason for that is because of the captains. We basically see Dante talking to himself. Dante be on some other stuff. Dante, as far as like his character is concerned, I actually like him in the anime more. Like I said, like the anime is doing like a great job with this arc, and the manga did a great job too. Like this is just a good arc. I mean, you can't really mess this up when Tabata laid down the groundwork like he did in the manga, and the anime is just making it better. Because, you know, the anime got the animation and the voice actors and stuff. Kind of when you read the manga, it's kind of up to your imagination on some things. But when it's animated and put into motion, kind of, you don't really have to like use your imagination. It's basically made into reality. So basically the war starts. So basically what happens is Vonica and Dante start pulling up. We already had Xenon pulling up, and we already know what Xenon did to the Golden Dawn. So Dante is about to basically do the same thing to the Black Bulls. Lucky for the other squads, their captains are not needed for the plan that the Dark Triad has in motion. You know what I'm saying? Because if they had the captains that had like the arcane stage, you guys know they need the arcane stage mages, William and Yami. The other squads would have been under attack too, and then everybody would have just got decimated, because at the end of the day, we know that the Black Bulls and the Golden Dawn are the strongest squad. So if they can't do anything, the other squads was not about to do nothing. So basically, Asta's not around in the Heart Kingdom. He basically went over to the Clover Kingdom again just to drop off some stuff, you know, say what's up to the people, because he's been gone for like 6 months, presumably. I doubt he went back to the Clover Kingdom within that time, because we know Asta just trains really hard. We see him training with Gaja and learning new techniques, and these new techniques are already being utilized. He has his Black Slash that he uses in this episode. I really like him utilizing that technique. That's one of his only long-ranged attacks in his arsenal, because, you know, for the most part he fights with swords, and it's good to have some long-range attacks, because let's face it, like in this series, most people don't do hand-to-hand combat. They just don't. It's just they're using spells and stuff like that, keeping a distance. And when it comes to Dante basically, and Xenon literally, whenever Xenon faced off against the Golden Dawn, my guy Xenon did not even take his hands out his pocket, and he's just decimating. Dante is at the Black Bulls, and the Black Bulls are not weak at all. Neither is the Golden Dawn. But the thing is, they don't know. They didn't know. Now they know. Now they definitely know how strong Dante is. They see how strong their opponent is, and they get to battling. Like that's the thing about the squads in the Clover Kingdom. They're not scared. They really not. Like they gonna just straight up go for it. So they straight up go for Dante. But Dante not playing around. Dante basically don't even get hit till like way at the end of the episode, and this hit is so minuscule, but at the end of the day it is a big deal because Dante doesn't usually get hit. But my boy Asta actually hits him, and it's kind of like a give and take situation, because Asta had to basically give himself over to the devil, the anti-magic devil, and go berserk. We see this battle between Asta and Dante then commence, because like I said, the Black Bulls were just not a match for Dante at this moment in time, which is crazy to say, because you guys realize they just went through 6 months of training, and they basically got defeated very easily, and they're powerful mages. So that just goes to show you one mage just took out a whole squad. And it's different from Zenon, because Zenon has some help. Dante pulled up by himself. So Dante just taking out a whole squad by himself. His magic is really crazy. I guess I could go into a little bit of detail on that, but I'm assuming most people read the manga. But for my anime only viewers, Dante does have gravity magic, and he also has another magic attribute that I'm not gonna say just in case you haven't read the manga. But so far he's using his gravity magic to just not allow anything to touch him. So basically, if somebody sends a spell his way, he could just use his gravity magic to send the spell, like disperse the spell, send it to the ground, and just not be able to touch him. It's kind of OP. Not even kinda, it definitely is OP. So we see Asta basically doing his best, and he should in his head be able to defeat Dante, right? He just went through all that training. So I can only imagine how frustrated Asta is in this moment. And for the most part, the episode is just this battle that takes place. Asta is struggling, so Dante basically wants to have fun, quote unquote, with Asta, and he ends up using his magic to create a sword out of the rock that is in the arena, or the battlefield. So he uses this, makes a sword, and it goes straight through Gauche, and Gauche is not looking good at all, because it like basically impaled straight through his body, and it's not like a little injury. This is a huge injury. We see Great crying over this, as we see in the opening. And then you know how Asta is when it comes to his friends. Once you hurt Asta's friends, he kind of goes berserk, and we see a flash back to an event with the lady from the opening. Manga readers know who it is. Again, I'm not gonna spoil it, but this triggers Asta to go berserk, and Asta and his anti-magic devil basically are out of control, and their power is just leaking out 100. Like, as far as the power goes, Asta usually only utilizes a small proportion of the anti-magic devil's powers, but in this case he's just using, and like in this case he's just letting the power spill out. He doesn't really have it under his control. If you look at Dante is using devil power, but he has it under his control. Asta's basically just going completely berserk, and it's crazy. And this was like literally, this is one of the most hype moments of this arc, to be honest. Asta going berserk, because we never seen this before. Like, this is some new stuff. It's basically like a new transformation, honestly. And Asta is actually just going crazy. We never seen Asta act or behave in this manner ever before, and he's just going at Dante. And we see Vanessa on looking, and she's like, what even is this battle? And that's because it is just a battle of immense power, and it's just going down in the Clover Kingdom right now. It's going down in the Heart Kingdom, it's going down in the Spade, and this is just the beginning. The arc only gets better, and look how good it is already. Things is crazy right now, man. Asta Berserk form looks clean. I really like the design. It really looks one-to-one with the manga, and I'm liking what they're doing right now. Asta, like I said, he does manage to get one hit on Dante, and it looks like Dante doesn't like that very much, and Dante is gonna have to teach Asta a lesson. Now, something more casual, I guess, in the episode that I'll touch on, because I know I'm gonna get comments about that. Dante basically saying like Vanessa gonna be his woman because he likes her magic, and then Vanessa is using her magic to obviously help Asta not die. Asta would literally be dead right now if it wasn't for Vanessa. So Vanessa is really good at support. This reminds me of the Seabed Temple arc whenever Vanessa was also supporting Asta. Really cool to see how this teamwork is evolving with the series. And basically Vanessa's arcane stage, and Dante wants her to be his woman, you know, so she can help Dante instead of helping Asta. And he makes a little remark. He's like, how dare you help Asta? You're only supposed to use your magic to help me. And he like just treats her magic like it's nothing and just makes it disappear. But that's pretty much all I got for you guys in this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a like, comment, and subscribe. As always, it's been your boy NeoXO, and I'm out.